too. I had my hair up. I want it to be down. My hair is like my protection, you know? I wanna set myself in a position that nothing is like distracting you. This is distracting me. Okay. I was just coming back from campus. I had a really rough day today. I woke up to an alert about this bomber guy or whatever, you know. And I knew that like it was gonna be a dramatic day. And I didn't realize it, but like I think that I internalize a lot of stress, and it was fine. Like this morning it was beautiful this morning. It was rainy, and I welcomed the weather change, you know. But Mondays are hard because I have like 3 classes, and yeah, I'm like obviously like a little bit nervous right now, but I'm making this video so that I can relax and come to terms with the day's events. So I'm starting this new project about health and mental health specifically, about Muslim American experiences with racism and microaggressions and discrimination. And I really wanted to base most of my research on my own experience and like be my own authority. And so I thought that I would do like something like an autoethnography, which is really forward-thinking. I know the word sounds weird. It sounds like, you know, just an academized version of an autobiography or something, but it's a specific type of writing because what has happened with a lot of post-colonial and non-European writers is that their works are interpreted as ethnographies, are read as ethnographies, regardless of what that person's intent. I mean, we can go into a writer's intent in producing literature, but unfortunately, and this is what my master's thesis is about how Arab women's literature has been translated and received in the English world as ethnography, as a study of culture, as testimonies about specific sociological phenomena. And that genre of literature, women's literature, has been the most susceptible to that type of interpretation, I think, and has been used to forward ideological projects, and even I argue that some pieces of literature have been interpreted to support Western invasions and incursions into other sovereign states, and to supply the propaganda system with fodder about the other in order to dehumanize them. And so I thought I would produce something and call it an autoethnography, and allow it to, in calling it that, would allow someone to interpret it for its sociological implications, which I don't think people really have the right to do with a memoir, or if someone calls something a memoir and it's translated to another language and read as some kind of cultural artifact attesting to certain social or cultural characteristics or stereotypes. And so I thought it was, an opportunity to produce something informative, educational, and I was going to, put myself in that position and expose myself in a way, and expose, my interpretation, my experience. But apparently, it's not sociological. It's not really accepted in the sociology, in the, the canonical sociological writing style. So now I have to find subjects. I don't like to use the word subjects, but I'm going to try to find other voices to make my project more wide-ranging and varied, I guess. And I thought, I had some support in my project, and I was met with some serious I felt like I was pushing up against some of the accepted styles. So I don't know. I guess I have to reimagine my project, and it's just been tough with everything that's been going on, and being here in New York and hearing about the explosions, and then this search for this Middle Eastern Muslim guy, and I'm like the only Arab that I see. I'm the only Muslim that I see every day. There's some Muslim people in the neighborhood here in Harlem, but no one really in my department or in my little world really. So it's okay, I'm used to it. It's like how I grew up. But especially when it comes to my work and my goals and how I imagine, putting my knowledge and expertise to good use. I mean, I have like definite desires and goals, and I have to sort of reimagine my way forward, I think. But this video is not just about me and my situation. I also wanted to read the cards for everybody. And for myself, I guess, I'm not excluded from this. And that was my whole idea, like when you do sociological research, you have to account for yourself, right? You have an effect on the environment that you're studying, and you project, like people project their own experiences, their own views onto things. So to me, the boundaries between what is called an autoethnography and regular ethnographic research is very slim, and the researcher is there, and so it's not a big deal either way, because I think that I'll be able to do investigations and test my ideas, and it should be good. And more interesting experience maybe than just sitting with my brain and my ideas. Oh, we just had one pop out. It fell on the ground. I think this is for me. Fell on my floor. So the Page of Cups, and sorry, it's like backwards, and the Ace of Swords. So thank you, spirit guides. Ace of Swords is like really sharp, initiative, and Page of Cups is kind of youthful, new, emotional energy. So I'm feeling these, but let me shuffle a little bit better so that so we can get this reading going. I'm calling on all my spirit guides and the angels and God to show me the messages that I need to relay to my viewers. I think I'm gonna draw 3 cards. This one's coming up. Sorry, it's taking a little while. Oops, and that one just flew out. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the cards I have here. So, in the first position, we have the Ten of Wands. Beautiful cards. This one has been kind of showing up for me recently. It's a fire suit. And the next we have the Three of Swords in reverse. And last we have the Two of Wands in reverse. Okay. So I actually want to grab the book real quick, so just give me a second. Since the Ten of Wands appeared upright, I want to give you the book definition of it. I love this card. It's very beautiful. So you've got this girl dressed in a long dress. She's got a basket full of wands. She has her staff. So let's see. I'm having a little bit of trouble. Of course, I'm seeing that some of us are setting out on a new path. And like this girl, we have a lot of experience and past hurts, maybe past weights from the past on our backs, and we have been maybe forced or due to circumstances. I mean, we're always changing, we're always moving forward and adjusting and maybe moving from one place of mind or to another. Might actually be a physical place that you're moving to, but here it asks us, what is more burdensome, the past that is known or the future that is unknown? Well, it says the wands, the suit representing our will, and consequently our intent, choices, and actions, culminate in this poignant scene of experience gained and determination discovered. She walks down the street carrying her bundle of wands, each one representing the repercussions of choices she made or actions she took. The cards littering the path, you see? The cards littering the path behind her are face up, representing her conscious knowledge of her own past and how it's created her present situation. Both realizations weigh heavy on her. But being a creature of wands, she does not despair. On the contrary, she discovers her own inner determination, strength, and power. Shouldering what she created, her responsibilities, she uses her experience to light her way forward, bravely stepping onto the next, as yet unrevealed card and into the unknown. When this card turns up, it quite simply describes a burdensome time, but do not be distracted, for there is nothing simple about it, and there is much for you to learn now. Although this is not the most pleasant of experiences, you should not be surprised by anything, as it is of your own design. An honest look at your own actions will show you exactly how you came to this place. The Ten of Wands invites you to use that knowledge to light your way as you move ahead in your life and to tap into the strength you've developed along the way. You may not be thrilled with the present, but you can make good use of it to ensure that your future is more to your liking. And the next card. So if you're having some troubles and you're being forced to move on from something, sounds like my situation a little bit, like I said, you've kind of put yourself in this situation. I know that that's not the most, it doesn't make you happy to know, like, if you're unhappy with your situation and I tell you, well, you put yourself in that situation, it's not nice to hear, but that's the truth, We kind of choose, we're willful. The wands are the sign of the will. And all of those steps that you took, the good ones, the unsure ones, the impulsive ones, the hurt ones, they're all, they all brought you to where you are now. But do not despair, because we have the Three of Wands the Three of Swords in reverse. So upright, this card usually means like heartbreak, I'm picking up on the machine here, and I'm reading this more as like not really heartbreak, but more like your plans, your schemes, your machinations, or whatever plan that you had, your project. Of course, I'm relating back to me, but whatever it is that seems to have like fallen apart or been like destroyed, actually it's not destroyed. It's, it's still there. You still can make it work, and it's going to be fine. That's what I'm picking up from this card. So the Three of Swords in reverse, usually upright, it would be sort of like, heartbreak, or, people backstabbing you, or, like putting a sword through your, what you have plotted for yourself. But this is not. Don't worry about this card. And then finally we have the Two of Wands in reverse, and this showed up recently too. Upright. Let's see what this card is. I don't use this this deck very often. Let me see. Two of Wands. You have this person looking out on their balcony. With it usually means like balanced choices, hesitating over a decision. So upright, this card means you have a choice to make, and you're looking far into the future, and you can't decide. Excuse me. Two viable choices there. But upright, maybe it's telling you, well, your plans haven't been destroyed, but you kind of don't have as much choice as before. You're not in that like great position where you can just dilly-dally and, be of two minds, and not like get decisive about what it is for your future. Maybe you perhaps had some plans that were not really you weren't really making progress on it. You were just kind of like keeping your options open before, and that wasn't good, and it's time to make that decision, because you can't just stick between these two choices and being between worlds. You have to get more decisive about what it is. So not all is lost, okay? I'm encouraged by the lamp lights in both of these cards. Like, there's definitely a drive there, passion there, and I am pretty sure that whatever upset there might, Mercury is still in retrograde. It will be going direct this week, so thank God for that. And maybe this is like the tail end of Mercury retrograde, and we've had to renegotiate, re-examine, consider some of our plans, and things should start to get clearer now. And with Mercury moving going direct and starting to move forward action again, I think a lot of us will feel big relief from that. And yeah, I want to incorporate more astrology into my card readings too, because I find that like a lot of things correlate, like that the three of swords in reverse, like in the machine there. This was sort of like Mercury retrograde, energy I picked up in this. But I think later things will start to get better, and have no fear, don't be afraid of the cards that have yet to be turned. Okay? Okay, I'll see you next time. See you.